Mercedes has never made an electric estate car before, and the fact that their first attempt lands in a segment with almost nothing to compete against tells you how much confidence they are placing in this body style. The CLA 354 MBUX Shooting Brake takes everything that made the CLA sedan the 2026 European Car of the Year and stretches the roofline into something genuinely different. What sits on this show floor in Martini, finished in high-tech silver with the AMG Line Plus package, is not just a variant, it is a car that exists in a category it almost entirely owns. From the outside, the Shooting Brake shares everything forward of the B-pillar with the sedan. The 142 illuminated stars, the slim LED headlights, the forward-leaning nose. Where things change is the roofline. It extends further back and drops more gradually, creating a profile somewhere between a traditional estate and a fastback. Standard roof rails support up to 165 pounds. On 19-inch AMG wheels with the night package, the proportions work. It looks like Mercedes designed this shape first and then cut the sedan out of it. Inside, the MBUX Superscreen spans the full width of the dashboard behind a single glass surface, integrating the driver display, central infotainment, and a dedicated passenger screen. The system runs on the new MBUX platform, which Mercedes developed in-house. The black leather pairs with brushed aluminum inserts and AMG sport seats that offer good lateral support without being too aggressive for daily use. The front cabin has noticeably more width than you would expect from a car in this size class. The center console is slim and the footwells are open. If comparisons like this help you decide, subscribe so you catch the next one. In the rear, the Shooting Brake gains meaningful headroom over the sedan. That extended roofline adds just enough clearance for taller passengers to sit comfortably. Legroom is adequate for average-height adults, though anyone over 6 feet will notice things getting tight. The boot is where the Shooting Brake earns its keep. Loading a stroller or a large suitcase flat without angling it in is the kind of everyday advantage that makes this body style worth choosing. 16.1 cubic feet behind the rear seats, expanding to 45.6 with them folded. The load lip is low, and below the floor there is additional hidden storage. Under the front hood, a 3.6 cubic foot frunk handles charging cables and smaller bags. 349 horsepower and 380 pound-feet of torque from a dual-motor setup with permanent all-wheel drive. 0 to 62 in 5 seconds flat, electronically limited to 130 miles per hour. What makes the powertrain more interesting is the 2-speed gearbox on the rear axle, balancing low-speed response with highway efficiency. The 800-volt architecture supports DC fast charging at up to 320 kilowatts, with a 10 to 80% charge taking under 20 minutes. The 85 kilowatt-hour battery delivers up to 473 miles of WLTP range, which is within 15 miles of the lighter rear-wheel drive model. That is remarkably little sacrifice for gaining a second motor in all-wheel drive. Home charging is handled by an 11 kilowatt AC system. While some rivals like the Volkswagen ID.7 Tourer are pushing 22 kilowatt systems as standard, the CLA's massive 473-mile range means you will likely be plugging in far less often anyway, taking the sting out of the slightly slower overnight charge. Mercedes does offer a DC charging adapter for older 400-volt public chargers, but the fact that it is not included at this price point is worth noting. This car starts at 65,600 Swiss francs, roughly $83,300. As configured with AMG Line Plus, Premium Plus, and the full assistance package, it reaches 82,200 francs, around $104,400. In the United States, the CLA 354 MBUX sedan starts at $49,800, but Mercedes has not confirmed the Shooting Brake for the American market. The question for European buyers is whether this estate adds enough over the sedan to justify looking past the Volkswagen ID.7 Tourer, which starts lower and offers a bigger boot. The answer depends on priorities. The Volkswagen gives more cargo space for less money, but it cannot match the CLA's range, charging speed, or the way it carries itself. For anyone who wants an electric estate that feels premium rather than purely practical, this is currently the only option in its size class. And if that changes in the next 2 years, Mercedes will have had a significant head start. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read every single one. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified about my next upload. See you in the next video.